Okay, so how to approach a voter. So look at these two cute pictures. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm 6'5" tall. Little old ladies love me and I love them back. And I want to give you 3 examples of what it's like to actually register new voters. Now, the title of this slide is How to Approach a Voter, and see how I'm hugging on them? Just remember, ask for permission. You don't just go around hugging everybody.
You're not Joe Biden.
I'm not. I know where I am. So I need a rowdy and rambunctious volunteer to please help me. So, yes? This young lady, she raised her hand first. What's your name?
Andrea.
Andrea, round of applause! Round of applause! She's like, oh gosh, what have I gotten myself into? Where are you from, Andrea?
Haverhill.
Okay, I have no clue who that is. But it sounds wonderful.
Originally from Florida.
Yeah? Okay, I was born in Jacksonville. So, you're at Home Depot, and you are a diehard Trump supporter, but you're not registered to vote. And I know that sounds really weird, but there are millions of Christians that are not registered to vote who agree with us, and I'm sure there are thousands of Trump supporters who love the president, but they're not registered to vote. So, I have my clipboard, my voter registration form, a sign-up sheet, a pen, and a cute smile. So I'm going to come up to Andrea at Home Depot. You're pushing your cart around. Ma'am, how do you feel? I'm not hitting you. Honey, you're barking up the wrong tree. Ma'am, how do you feel about securing the border?
Yes. Let's
Yeah?
do it.
You're
Yeah,
down?
100%.
Excellent. Are you registered to vote at your current Massachusetts address?
Yes, I am.
You're not.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, I can register you to vote right here, right now, in 2 minutes flat.
Okay.
Excellent. So, body language. Body language is so important. 90% of our communication is body language. We're constantly talking to each other without even knowing it. So as soon as I found out she's a conservative, am I letting her get away?
No.
Am I letting her get away? No. Heck no. I want that vote. I'm going to do whatever it takes legally in order to get it for the 2020 election. So I nicely but aggressively shoved that clipboard over to her, indicating with my body language, sign this, take this, because the majority of people are agreeable. They will take something. You did perfect, but you're not done.
Okay.
So, interaction number 2. You're a die-hard Trump supporter, and you're already registered to vote. So just be you.
Okay.
And you're wearing a Trump hat, you're Trumped out, you got Trump shoes, you're ready to go. So I come up, she's at Home Depot, pushing her cart around, and I've got my clipboard, my sign-up sheet, a pen, and... Oh, thank God you guys are listening. Okay, great. So I come up, ma'am, how do you feel about supporting our men and women in blue who put their lives on the line for us every single day?
100%.
100%?
Yes.
And I mean a man in uniform, come on.
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
registered to vote at your current address? You are. You are.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Well, you know what? I'm here with Diana Kloss. I'm here with the Andover Republican Party. We're not going to wait until 3 months before Election Day. We're working right now to make sure that we're re-electing Donald Trump. Will you volunteer with us? Will you sign up with us, please?
Yes.
Excellent. Great. So, as soon as I found out she's a conservative, am I letting her get away?
Hell
Am
no.
I letting her get away? No. Heck no. She's already registered, but that's not good enough. I need her first name, last name, email address, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever she will give me. I want it to make sure that we can mobilize and push her to the polls. Now, it was Andrea.
Andrea.
Okay, Andrea.
Call me Dre.
I want you to look at Dre. Stay there. Look at her! Did you?
I do now.
She is a Joe Biden supporter.
Oh.
Elizabeth Warren loving. Who couldn't even win her home state. And Dre is so bad that she's wearing a Qasem Soleimani Anti-Americans first, and she called me a racist right off the bat. Am I going to take my time to be antagonistic and fight with her? No. I only have so much time to dedicate to the Massachusetts GOP, to the Republican Party. Use your time effectively and efficiently. You're here to get as many Republicans registered to vote as humanly possible. You're here to get as many volunteers as humanly possible. Move on. Now, I do watch body language, and I do watch, if she didn't say racist and she said something else, listen to their language, because you may be able to plant a seed. But those are the 3 kinds of situations that you're going to find. And is that easy?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to create new voters. And how many non-party voters are there in Massachusetts? It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So we need to talk to those people and encourage them. If somebody says, "Oh, I want to stay non-party," I'd say, well, if you do that, you're limiting yourself from being able to vote in the primaries and to choose great candidates for the November general election. So try to sway them into joining. Now, did I ask Dre if she's a Trump supporter?
No.
Did I ask Dre if she's a Republican? No. I used a qualifying question to determine if she's of conservative ideology. And when I found out she was, what did I say?
Are you registered to vote?
Come on. What did I say?
Are you registered to vote? Your current address.
That makes my heart melt like butter going down hot toast. I love hearing that. That's so you don't have to put yourself out there here in the blue state of Massachusetts. You can ask those questions to determine, so that way you're not going out as a Trumpster. You can be going out just supporting our men and women in blue, or supporting pro-life, or supporting homeschooling, or supporting fracking and natural gas that Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders want to kill here in your state. Now, I know it's going to be hard to see, but I want you to look at the screen. Look at these 2 people. Look at them. Don't you dare laugh. We are a no judgment movement. You can clap. And we are a movement based on love, more importantly. And you see these 2 people, I hope the people at the back can see, because I really want you to get this visual. I want to plant this in your mind. These 2 people reached out to me on Instagram, and they said, "Scott, I love the work that you do, and I love our president." What did I say back to them? Wrong! I said, "I love you, and you are welcome, and you are teammates, and you are accepted in our movement." And then I said, "Are you registered?"
Votes for Trump.
Do I look like a typical Republican? No. Be honest. No. Do I look like a Republican? No, I don't. I'm a millennial. I got all this long, hippie hair, speak Spanish, I studied Arabic in my free time. You see, the Democrats, they want to box us in based on our sexuality, our gender, our skin color.
I used to have longer hair than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I know, I just cut off 10 inches. I felt like I was
think I
dying
saw
afterwards.
it.
Did you? But I reject the Democrat Party. And I am a free thinker. So what I want you guys to remember is, if you ever have a moment of doubt when you're on the street and you're registering voters and you see somebody like this, I want you to remember me. And I want you to remember these 2 people and just ask them that question. Because I don't know about you, but I am going to do everything in my power to re-elect Donald Trump, and I'm going to leave no stone unturned. And I'm sorry to anybody that may have hearing aids, because you didn't realize how loud I was today. Now look at these pictures. In the top left-hand corner, who do you see? What did the Democrats try to do to that family?
Ruin his life.
What are the Democrats trying to do? Tear them apart. How dare the Democrats have their slogan, "Keep families together," when they tried to rip this family apart? And how dare, and I'm not just Greta, I actually go out and clean up stuff. And how dare Democrats say, believe women! You have to believe the woman, when these three women, they didn't give a voice to. And then look at this picture right here. You can barely see it, but it's our president, and he's with a double and scared of. The media is scared that if we ever saw this compassionate side of our president, that they might like him too, and they might fall in love with him too. And what do the Democrats say about us? They called us, like Dre said, racist, sexist, misogynistic. They even call me homophobic. The hell? What's wrong with They're crazy. They're like, Scott, you're a self-hating homophobe. So, our president, I mean this so sincerely to you. I really mean this. Our president has everything going against him. The Democrats, the Republicans, foreign countries, every force imaginable in the world is trying to stop our president, which means that he needs us so badly. So please use Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and street corners, whatever is in your power, to support our president going within the next 8 months. Okay, I'm going to skip the boring stuff since you're a fun crowd. Now, oh, Massachusetts. Okay, this is very important. Very important. What states do we have here today? Massachusetts, New Hampshire,
Maine,
Maine, Connecticut. See, I'm so nice. I called all the Secretary of State's offices. So Massachusetts, if you collect a form from somebody, they're due 20 days before Election Day. Does that sound right, Markayla?
It's October 14th.
October 14th? Did they change that recently?
No, I just called this week.
You called this week? Okay, so everyone repeat after me. October 14th. So the forms, if you collect them from somebody, you need to turn them back into the voter registration office. You turn them back to your local office. Now, don't wait until October 14th. Get them out of your car, out of your purse, out of your pocket immediately so we can turn that into a Trump vote. And what I'll do is, since we have other states here, I'm going to give this to Diana and Juan, and I'm happy to redistribute this presentation to everybody so you can have my voter registration guide. Now, this is a beautiful picture. It says register to vote. This is a voter registration table. Hispanics for Trump. Silent majority stands for Trump. See, some people love puppies or kittens or ice cream. I love voter registration. That's what does it for me. So, remember, the motto is pictures or it didn't happen. Videos or it didn't happen. You guys need to show the Republican Party is finally doing something. And we're having fun. You see, what's the difference between the left and the right now? We're happy! They're miserable! Right? And so the independent voter, like a certain doctor in the room, I'm not going to name any names, when they see that we're such a fun, loving, happy group, and the other side is just so hateful and miserable, they're going to be like, wait a second, I want to be with the fun people. So show love, kindness, respect, humility, dignity. Now, what other ways can you become an activist? Some of you know me as the guy that sits at Starbucks with my Trump computer. And I like to sit in the drive-through window. So everybody has to see me. And it's hilarious because all these cars are coming by. I mean, you know, I'll get a stank face every once in a while. But I'll get the people who are like waving at me and they're talking, but I can't hear them. And I'm waving back. And so what I do is I run out of Starbucks, go up and knock on their car. And what do I say? You guys are good. So I use Starbucks, a lefty establishment, to help get out the vote for Donald Trump. Woo! Do it at Dunkin'. If you don't want to give your money to Starbucks, go to Dunkin'. There was a kid who was registering voters in line at Popeyes. Brilliant! They're getting chicken and getting registered to vote at the same time. Genius. Now, this is very important because this is an issue that is so close to my heart, and I think it's how we win in 2020. I wrote a letter to the editor, to the Virginian Pilot, and they're super Democrat. I'm shocked they even published it. But I want you to perk up your ears, and I really want you to take in what I'm about to say. There are 500,000 homeless Americans, including 50,000 homeless veterans. There are 3.6 million black children living in poverty, 4 million Hispanic children living in poverty, and 4.2 million white children living in poverty. While American citizens are sleeping on the streets, why are illegal immigrants rewarded for breaking our laws? While American citizens are locked up for breaking the law, why are illegal immigrants rewarded with sanctuary cities? While millions of Americans are without health care, why is New York City going to cover the medical costs of 300,000 illegal immigrants? So my question is, if veterans' lives, black lives, Hispanic lives, and white lives matter, then why are illegal immigrants rewarded, but American citizens, our people, come last? This message needs to go everywhere. People need to hear this, because I've seen it, guys. I've been to Baltimore and Chicago and Houston and Los Angeles and San Francisco. I've seen our people suffering, sleeping on the streets, dying, and that's why I'm doing this. I don't come here asking for a dime. I come here free of charge. I'm giving my life to this because I give a damn, and I'm going to fight for my country, and I'm not going to stop. So you have my permission. Put your name on my words. I don't care. Put this in your local newspaper and your local gazette. Get it out there because people have to hear that we are loving and compassionate and caring people. Now, look at the screen. Who's the woman on the left? I heard. Criminal.
Yeah, she kept on doing the board, stacking them.
I heard convict. Her name is Brenda Snipes from Broward County, Florida, like Lucas said. Now, Scott, why is she wearing 50,000 I voted stickers? Is she all the stickers on her? Something magical happened in 2018. Ta-da! A ballot box appeared out of nowhere. And in an Avis van in Broward County with Brenda Snipes. And the Democrats tried to steal the election against Governor DeSantis and Senator Rick Scott, who, by the way, won by about 10,000 votes each. It was so close. And it was investigative journalism. See that picture on the right? That exposed the ballot box and the Avis van. So, every single one of us needs to take off work on Election Day. Take off work on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. And I need you guys to sign up as poll watchers, poll workers, election judges, because it's not who votes, it's who counts the votes that wins. And are we going to allow Democrats to be the only one counting votes while we're working? That's when they're going to cheat. So please take off work on Election Day. If you don't want to work the polls, then sign up to knock on doors or make phone calls. You guys can give up one day to save our country. Am I clear?
Yes.
Letters to voters. This is very important. Since President Trump was elected, the Democrats created this thing called postcards to voters. And what they're doing is they're writing handwritten get out the vote letters into red states in order to flip our states from red to blue. And they've been writing letters in every single special election since 2017 when he was inaugurated. And in 2018 during the midterms, because I didn't want to lose the Senate, I didn't want to lose the House, I was like, come on, where's the GOP? Where's the Republican Party? Do something! So I created Letters to Voters. We wrote handwritten letters into Missouri, Ohio, and West Virginia, because I thought those were 3 Senate seats that we could flip from blue to red that were most strategic. And we didn't write to hard Republicans like us. We wrote to independent and soft Republican voters to be able to push them out to the polls. And so here's an example of what one said. Dear voter, I'm asking for your vote for Josh Hawley on Tuesday, November 6, 2018. Hawley's efforts include stopping the opioid epidemic, supporting our farmers, and securing the border. Please vote. Every vote counts. My favorite part is at the end when it says, sincerely, Charlene Barron, a patriot from Virginia. So we had Virginians riding into Missouri using the Democrats' tactics against them, and we did defeat Claire McCaskill, and we did elect Senator Josh Hawley, and we did elect Governor Mike DeWine in the great state of Ohio, and our efforts did thousands of handwritten letters. So maybe this is something that we can do also with the Massachusetts GOP. Please get in touch with this young lady here. I'm sure if you can't if you can't register voters or knock on doors or make phone calls or sign waiver or whatever, at least write letters. You can be, making a bacon sandwich while you do it. I mean, come on. Now see this picture here? This is one of my favorites because we're not family by blood. We're family by choice. And Jocelyn in the left-hand corner, she said to me, Scott, I'm worried about my baby. I'm worried that she's going to have the same rights and privileges that I had growing up, which is why I'm helping you. And there's Penny, who I know from Twitter. How many of you know me from Twitter or Facebook or Instagram? Very cool. Thank you. And say it again?
I saw you on Tucker Carlson and I was sold.
Thank you. Was it my hair?
I just fell in love immediately.
Well, okay, funny story. Okay, so Tucker, I got to see him in person. And number one, I mean, the man is handsome. I mean, come on. So I walk in, and it's only a producer, Tucker Carlson's there, and I walk in, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Presler! And there's nobody there. So it's hilarious. Really down-to-earth guy. And we do the interview, and I'm about, I'd say I think we're closer, like here. And he did the face while we were talking on live TV. If any of you watch Tucker Carlson, you know the face. So I'm looking at him, he's about to ask me a question, then he goes. And then my head went blank. I was like, uh-oh. I now know why he does the face. Because it makes you forget. And then here's my favorite part. And I know there are cameras everywhere, so I'm going to try to do this really nicely. Then, as soon as we were done with the interview, I was like, Mr. Carlson, can I please get a picture with you? And he used an expletive and then said, yeah. And I was like, it's so great to see him as a person. And you know what I mean? There's no facade. He's just so down to earth.
Which expletive?
Say it again.
Which expletive?
Oh, I'm going to keep that secret. Anyway, here's Eli, Puerto Rican American, and the floating head in the back, that's Miles. Where did I meet Miles? Starbucks. I was sitting in Starbucks with a Stop Hillary t-shirt. He comes up to me. I come to find out he's a conservative. What did I say? He wasn't. So I registered him to vote. Then his friend Nathan is there. Nathan, he comes to find out he's a conservative. What did I say?
Now registered to vote.
Anna, he wasn't. So I registered him to vote. Nathan's girlfriend Helena was there. Come to find out she's a conservative. Dre, what did I say?
Registered to vote.
At
Your current address.
She wasn't. So I registered her to vote. I registered 3 millennials to help defeat Hillary Clinton simply by wearing a Stop Hillary t-shirt at Starbucks. Come on! And look, we're having so much gosh darn fun, there's a dog on the table. This party's lit. And when you have a letter writing party or whatever, make it a wine night.
Yes.
Make it a shoot the Jack Daniels. But please drink responsibly because I can see it right now. Dre's writing a letter, and she's like, "Dear voter, please vote for." So drink responsibly while you're getting out the vote, please. Make sure that you're spelling things correctly. Now, some of you guys know me as the guy that helped clean up Baltimore. I've been there 4 times. We picked up over 29 tons of trash. In 2019 alone, we picked up over 105 tons of trash. I've been to 63rd Street in Chicago on the other side of the train tracks where you don't want to go. I've been to Houston and Los Angeles. I even almost stepped in human feces a couple times in San Francisco. I'm sorry for those of you who are still eating. So I've been to America's most dangerous and dirtiest cities. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not stopping. I'm going to Pittsburgh, and I'm going to Philly, and I'll be in Milwaukee during the Democrat National Convention. But what you don't know is I've been cleaning up trash for years. I'm an Eagle Scout. My dad's a retired Navy captain. I've lived a life of community service. My parents instilled that in me. And so we would go into majority-minority neighborhoods to go pick up trash decked out in Trump gear. Why? To show we care. And you see this guy in plaid, he wasn't with us. He came up to us, and much like me working that street corner, when those people came up, he said, "What the heck are you doing?" I said, "Well, we are environmental stewards who do care about making America clean and green again, and we don't like what the media is saying about us, so we want to show love through actions, not words." And he was so taken aback that, guys, he wanted his picture with us. And I still think about it to this day. He probably went home to his family, and he was like, "Honey, there are Trump supporters in the neighborhood. And they're picking up trash." So I don't know if he'll ever vote Republican. I don't know if he'll ever vote for Donald Trump. But I do know that we changed a heart that day. And we changed a mind by being loving, kind, caring, putting gratitude in our attitude. There's Eli, the Puerto Rican American, and there's Jocelyn, the mom. You see how we're such a close-knit group. I want you guys to look at each other for a second. Look at each other! You guys are family. Do you hear me? Because I'm going to be traveling all over the country. I'm not going to be here. You guys are. So before you leave here today, please make 5 new friends. Trade your number with 5 new people. Otherwise, you have failed today. And I want you guys to stay in, no, I'm serious. I want you guys to stay in touch with each other. Because we really are, even though we aren't blood, we are family because we share the same values. We share the same principles. You can meet another Trump supporter that you've never met in a million years, but you feel like you've known each other your whole lives. You know what I mean? So, but this is my favorite woman in the whole world. I'm sorry, Diana Voss. Her name is Colleen. She's in her 70s. She's a grandmother. And I was working the corner, sorry, Ma. And Colleen dropped off her husband and turned around. and she came up to me. Now, this woman has smoked her whole life. She is gruff. She is rough around the edges. She comes up to me, and she says, "Oh my God! There's another Trump supporter." What did I say to her?
What's your address?
Wrong! Close. Wrong. I said I love you because I come to find out she was a 2-time Obama supporter that flipped for President Trump. So you guys remember that we are a no judgment movement, right? And you guys remember that we are a movement based on love. So if you ever meet an Obama supporter or a former Democrat, you are never going to judge them. Instead, you're going to welcome them. You're going to accept them. You're going to love them. You're going to hug them with permission. Nick, you're stealing my thunder. So think of Colleen. With lots of, millions of Democrats are coming to join us because their party's so extreme. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Now, let's look at these pictures here. These are some of my favorites in the whole world. We made a Save America, Never Hillary mural in Pungo, Virginia. It was so much fun. We got permission to paint, and I'm talking, it's probably the side of this right here, maybe even bigger, the side of that wall right there. We painted it from top to bottom. We got permission, and we even, you can't see it, I'm so angry, but at the Mexico border, we built a wall. And then in this picture that you can't see, there are 3 military men that wanted their picture. I said, of course I'll take your picture. And then what did I say?
Are you
Wrong! I said, thank you for your service. Thank you for defending Old Glory. Thank you for defending red, white, and blue. Are you single? Listen, a boy's gotta do what a boy's gotta do. I'm single, okay? And then I said, are you registered to vote at your current address? And guys, the media came out because of Jermaine. You're liking that way too much, aren't you? Thank you. See, the funny thing is sometimes I'm so serious I don't even mean to be, and it just comes off that way. But the media came out because a deranged Democrat vandalized our Save America, Never Hillary mural. How rude.
Yes.
But a 6'5" tall, long-haired millennial tipped off. I don't know who it was. And so the media came out to report on our story. And that day, my friends, I was not a victim. I was a victor. My website is Presler, .org. There's only one S in Presler, which stands for scintillating. You didn't expect that one. I'm not the Trump campaign. I'm not the GOP. I'm not the RNC. I'm not Trump victory. I stand before you simply as a dog walker, and I feel it so intensely within my bones that I make a commitment to each of you right here and right now that I promise I will do everything within my power to make sure that Donald Trump is reelected on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. For hosting us. Thank you! Thank you to Mr. Wan for doing my travel accommodation. And thank you for having me Tewksbury! best mom and dad in the whole world. They've been married for 37 years. They have true love. And yeah, they support the work I do. So, I'm done. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I want to thank everybody for coming. And we are, what time is it? Do we know? 11:48. Good job.
Right on time?
No, honey, you didn't. Oh, look, we're on the same level. Okay, so we're going to be in Hooksett, New Hampshire from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and we're going to be waving signs for President Trump. So we encourage all of you to join us. It's at the Market Basket, 30 Market Circle? Yes. Market Street, what is it? Market, are you sure?
30 Market Street.
30 Market Street in Hooksett, New Hampshire.
Market Drive.
Oh, Market Drive. Thank you, Bob. See, I knew it wasn't. You just thought. So we're going to be holding signs for General Bulldog. Are we holding signs for or no?
Yes, we're going to be holding signs for General Bulldog, for Trump, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's also a very important special election. Very, very important.
On Tuesday.
Happening on Tuesday. It is a small thing, but it's a big thing as well. It's how New Hampshire is going to start turning red. Democrats are outspending the Republicans 10-1. 10-1. But we're going to show them that this is what we need. Yeah. It's not the money from California. Okay? So we really, really need your help. Just 2 hours of your time today. It is what Scott has been saying all along. You know, all we need for you to take the first step, you know, it's not that hard. Grab a sign. Be excited about it, okay? So 2 o'clock, Hooksett. Yes, sir.
And be bundled up.
Also, real quick, can I get a video? Real
Yes.
quick. May I have everyone please rise and kind of act like you like each other? kind of squeeze in. We want to show these dang Democrats that we're organizing here in Massachusetts.
You want to stand?
No. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Great idea. Thank you, Lucas. Okay, so.